This is Editing Rainy with low quality footage to introduce you to the vlog for Merry Bright Readathon. The Merry Bright Readathon was hosted December 9th through, can't count, 9th through 15th. It is obviously December 29th when this is being posted, so it's very late, but I'm still gonna upload it anyway. There were 6 prompts that we could have read books from. I hit at least 5 of them in this one. I don't read the books that I had planned, so just go with it. But there were book prompts such as Enemies to Lovers, Dual Perspectives, a book that you own from last year that you didn't end up reading this year, a book that you already own, and then there are 2 other prompts that are just evading my mind right now. A book with white on the cover, and then there is one more, and I can't remember it, so we're just going to go with this for now. But this video is quite interesting because I hated 2 of the books that I read and loved one of the books that I read, and so that's just where we're going to go. Oh, and Cozy Vibes is the other one. So anyway, enjoy the Merry and Bright Readathon reading vlog. I made a makeshift stand for now. Anyway, so I'm wearing my Merry and Bright shirt. It is currently day 2 of the readathon, and I have not really read a lick until tonight. But I knew that this week was going to be hard because I had my winter concert last night at my new school, and I'm the music director. And then tonight I had dress rehearsal, an open dress rehearsal for my circus shows. And then tomorrow I have circus shows all day. And so I'm basically not really going to get to read until day 3 of the Merry and Bright Readathon, but I have 6 books to read. Although technically 4 of them will cover the things that we are doing. And so I'm not actually too worried, but I did read a little bit before I'm going to bed tonight. I read about 50 pages of My Heart is a Chainsaw. I took the dust jacket off because it was not staying on. I don't know how to feel about it. I feel like his writing is kind of confusing. I don't always really know what's going on, and the description was so vague, but from what I can gather, it's about a girl named Jade who has like a deadbeat dad and like all this stuff, and she's obsessed with slasher movies, like loves talking about them, like knows all of these facts about like slasher horror movies, and like her biggest dream is that a slasher event would happen in her town. Why would she want that? I don't friggin' know. But anyway, apparently she meets this like goody two-shoes girl, and like she seems like the perfect final girl, and so she's like starting to think that maybe it's gonna happen, and so she has to train this final girl to be able to survive. And it's really weird. Like I said, I don't really know what's going on. Sorry, it's like dark, so I'm like, you know. Anyway, I don't really know what's going on, but I'm committed to giving it a little more time. I'm going to go to at least page 150, and if I'm still not vibing with it, then I'm going to give up. But like, I don't know, I feel like it's only just now starting to get interesting, because like by page 50, she met that girl that she thinks is going to be the final girl, so like, I don't know. We will see, but I'm not quite sure where this is going to go. So I will come back to you with an update at some point. Hi friends, let's chat. So this vlog has gone quite poorly. I've only vlogged about 1 piece of material throughout this entire Bright and Merry and Bright marathon. Readathon. Can't talk this early. Anyway, it's not going well. Now, to be fair, I knew that this week was going to be hard, and that it was going to be hard to fit in, like, when to read and all of that, because I knew that the first day of the readathon was my winter concert, and then the next day was dress rehearsal for my circus show, and then the day after that was my circus show, and then Sunday is the day that, you know, I try to get everything together for work, and then I had to actually go back to work, and basically, let's just say it's the day before the end of the readathon, so tomorrow's the last day of the readathon, and I've not read 1 book yet. 1 book. I'm almost done with 2 books, and I want to get 4 books read by the end of this. Actually, I'm halfway through 3 books. So my goal is to finish all of those by tomorrow, and then I will have hit all but 1 of the prompts, and that will be a success for me. I initially had 6 books I wanted to read for this, but 4 of the books actually had hit the prompt, so let's just say I'm not going to hit that goal. Anyway, I'm halfway through The Hating Game. I started that yesterday. It's a really quick, light, easy read. I'm really enjoying it. I wanted to make sure that I finished this so that I would be able to watch the movie this weekend. That's my goal. So I am going to finish this. I'm really liking it. It's probably just going to be a 4-star for me. Honestly, romances are not really 5 stars for me. Like, romances are not like my thing, but I still do like this. It's cute for what it is accomplishing. And then let's talk about the freaking white elephant in the room, and the reason why I haven't wanted to vlog a lick, and that is because of this stupid book, My Heart is a Chainsaw. I'm not gonna lie, It was one of my most anticipated reads of the year, and I also have been a little bit more obsessed with it since Kayla at Books with Lala said that she absolutely loved it, because I love Kayla and I trust all of her book recommendations, but I do not trust her for this. This is like torture, literally like torture. I don't like Stephen Graham Jones' writing at all. I don't understand it. I read this and I get confused when I'm reading. I'm not really sure what's happening. I know that a slasher is going on, yet like the way he describes everything, I'm just like, wait, did this person die? Like, what's going on here? I've actually heard a lot of people say they DNF it. However, I'm at like the 60% mark, and I don't want to DNF it because one, I want to know who the slasher is, and two, I just really want to be able to finish this because I paid full price for this book. I paid $25 for this book in its entirety at some point, and so I just can't justify not finishing it when I paid $25. And I know some of you are probably going, girl, if you hate it that much, I really do. I've fallen asleep 3 nights in a row while reading this. That's how bad this is. That's how bad of an adventure we are having. But I'm going to try to finish it. I just want to know how it ends, and then I can say I hated this book, and then I'm never going to read it again, and it's probably going to get a 1 star from me, quite honestly. It's that atrocious. No. So anyway, that's how the readathon's going. Hopefully I will come back to you with a better update. The other book that I am halfway through is Akatar, A Court of Thorns and Roses. Honestly, it's really slow as hell, but I've heard that the first book is kind of like that, and you just have to get through it to get to the good stuff. So that's where we're at. We're 40% into that. So my goal is to finish these 2 today, finish A Court of Thorns and Roses tomorrow. I can possibly also sneak in my last prompt, which would be, actually no, I'm missing 2 prompts. Mother friggin' father. Anyway, but I can probably fit in the Cozy Vibes one, and I can probably finish In 5 Years tomorrow. But my dual perspective book that I chose is like 500 pages, so like Sister Sledge, that ain't happening. But anyway, that's my update. The world like sucks sometimes, and that's where we're at. So friends, do I look ominous right here? Anyway, I'm just gonna pop on really quick. I finished My Heart is a Chainsaw, and I hated it. I hated it. I thought it was garbage. Not actual garbage, but pretty bad. I gave it a very generous 2 stars. And I only gave it 2 stars because it's Stephen Graham Jones, and apparently he's really great. I'm still going to read 10 Good Indians, or whatever that book is called, because I've heard that that's good, but I didn't like it. It was way too stream of consciousness. I could never tell what was going on. The writing was really confusing. I had to reread scenes multiple times because I was like, is that just what happened? I'm not really sure. And yeah, I just wasn't about it. I loved our main character. I also feel like it was super boring. Like 340 pages of like nothing, and then 60 pages of an actual like action book, horror book. But the 340 pages wasn't like enough to make me want to finish it. I only finished it, friends, remember, because I paid $25 for this book. But anyway, it happened. It was an experience, and I'm not going to experience it again. So that's all we're going to say about this book. If you're into horror and slashers and you like that whole stream of consciousness thing and stuff, then maybe this book is for you, but it was not for me. We're just going to leave it at that. But it's okay. So we're going to move on. Hopefully the next book in the Merry Bright Readathon ends well. I am now 75% of the way through The Hating Game. I'm really loving it. It's super cute. Still going exactly how I figured it would. And so we're going to finish that. And this vlog might go like 2 days past the Merry Bright Readathon, but you know what? It doesn't matter. I'm going to finish strong, friends. We're gonna finish strong. Hold up. We're on day whatever of the Merry Bright Readathon. It's technically only a week. We're making it a week and a half. So just deal with it. I finished The Hating Game today, and I loved it. It was 5 stars for sure. I started this back in April and only got to the 50% mark, and I just let it go and like kind of forgot about it. And like it was not that it was boring me, but I guess it was just not the time for me to be reading it. Of course, now that the movies come out, like it's the time to read it. Anyway, I loved it. It was fabulous. It was just the perfect like enemies to lovers rom-com. I loved it so much. So I'm just going to go and watch the movie right now, and then I will let you know what I thought of the movie. I've heard the movie is cute, but that they don't necessarily, like, they switch scenes around and they change a couple of things, so we'll, like, see how that is. But I loved this. It was 5 stars. So even though My Heart is Just Chainsaw was quite abysmal, this made up for it. And so I think I'm going to also try and finish A Court of Thorns and Roses tonight so that I finish at least 3 of the books. I also got a book in the mail and I forgot what it was. So let's see. Oh yeah, I got the 3rd in the Throne of Glass series. So I now own the prequel, the 1st, the 2nd, and the 4th. So let me put... The only reason I had the 4th before the 3rd is because it was $5 at the thrift store, but they didn't have the 3rd one. So now I have the 3rd one. Also, I'm going to like take you off my stand really quick and show you that I added a 3rd bookshelf today. Like, look at that. So, like, here is all, with this chair totally in the way. Here are all of my bookshelves all together. I just love it. I think it's just fabulous. And I'm super excited with how it came out. But now it's time to watch the Hating Game movie.
Sip. We still want sip.
All right, here we go. Watching the Hating Game. Right, you get terrible lighting because it's like 10 o'clock at night, but I just watched the movie and it was fabulous. It was so good. I might have shed a tear or two at the end, which if you haven't read the book or seen the movie, then you need to watch it. But if you've read the book, then you know about the room, his room. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say. But it was so good. I loved it. They did change the order of a couple of scenes, which worked and didn't for me. Like, it just, sorry, I'm like half standing, half not, because like I couldn't find a good way to prop this. So actually I'm just going to hold the camera like this. But anyway, I absolutely loved it. It was magical. It was very cute. And I'm very much about it. So I think I'm going to possibly read one more book and just end this vlog because I should have read like 6 books and I'm going to probably have only read 3. But you know what? December is just really tough. And so for this final one, I might switch it up, and instead of doing like Cozy Vibes and reading in 5 years, I think I'm going to do Cozy Vibes and read One Day in December because this was on my list. And I was going to read it for this holiday vlog, but I have 3 other books that I'm going to read for that holiday vlog. So I'll read this one for this vlog, and the audiobook, I have to return it in 2 days. So better get crack-a-lackin' on this one because this is the longest winter read I have. So I'll do that. Oh, and that also covers a book that I already own, because I did a book with white on the cover, which was My Heart is a Chainsaw. And then I did... What did I just read? Oh yeah, Enemies to Lovers was this one. And then the prompts that I'm still missing is a book that I bought last year and never read. I didn't buy this last year. I literally just bought this, so I can't use it for that. But a book with cozy vibes. This is definitely cozy vibes. And then there's a book that you already own. I do already own this, so I'm going to at least master 4 of the trope or prompts. And then there's one more prompt. Mother flipper. What is it? Oh, book with dual perspectives, and I don't think that this is dual perspectives, so I can't knock that out. I was going to read my friend Ren Montgomery's book Haunt for that. I'm still going to read that, like, soon, but it's 500 pages. Like, it's not happening in this vlog. So, I'm going to do this. Why is my camera not always focusing? It's being weird. Okay, anyway. Off to read this. This is Rainy 2 minutes into the future when she opened the book one day in December and realized it's from dual perspectives. It's from the girl and the guy's perspectives. So I knocked out 3 prompts with this choice. So I literally only have 1 prompt that I'm not hitting, and it is a book that you bought last year and didn't, that you already had last year and you didn't read, because I literally bought My Heart is a Chainsaw a month ago. And the Hating Game I bought like 2 months ago. So that's the only prompt I didn't hit. I wanted to say beeps get stitches, but I didn't say that. Witches get stitches. Okay, anyway, that made no sense. Off to read. This new day, same shirt. It's just because it's like 10 in the morning. Anyway, I've been spending this morning getting my brother, so he's not going to watch this vlog, hopefully. If he does, happy early Christmas. So I got a new MacBook Pro laptop. Hi, baby. Hold on. Oh, you got me to fix it? Here, bug. All right, go watch. Anyway, he's very sick, so all the TV. Don't judge. Anyway, my brother, so I got a new MacBook Pro for Christmas, which means that I had a PC, a really nice Lenovo PC laptop that I didn't need anymore, and so I decided, why not give it to my brother? And so I am, and so I spent this morning getting all of my stickers off and setting it back to factory settings. And so that's what I did. And then I also was listening to the audiobook for One Day in December because this expires in 2 days. And we already covered yesterday that this covers 3 prompts. I'm about 40 pages in. It's perfectly fine, but I'm not very excited to read it because, like, the whole premise behind this, and this is not, like, giving it away, like, everybody and their mother has already said this, is it's just, like, a book that centers around cheating. And I'm just not really about that, considering if my husband ever cheated on me, I'd, like, leave in a jiffy. So I don't know how I'm going to feel about this. If you don't know what this one's about, it's about a girl named Lori. She sees a guy on a bus stop, like, a year ago, and she spends a year trying to, like, find him after that, because she says their eyes lock and, like, they're soulmates. And then, of course, a year later, her roommate is dating him and doesn't know that that's the guy. And so it's just, like, 10 years of them, like, having all these issues before they, I'm assuming, end up together. We will see, but, like, that's not a trope that I'm here for. So we'll see how I feel as I continue to go into this. Friends, in my PJs, I feel like I always come to you in the most inopportune of appearance, but it is what it is. I am about 36% of the way through One Day in December, and I'm just not digging it. It's just not really for me. Like, I'm gonna finish it, but I don't know. It's like the characters are, like, annoying. Like, I get it. Like, they want to be together, but, like, just, I don't know. I just feel like this book is too long for, like, the story that it is, and I'm just ready for it to be resolved. Like, either dump the girl and be with her, or, like, just stop pining over one another and move on with your lives, you know? I don't know. Maybe I'm, like, alone in that thought, but that's my thought. So, we'll get back to you with another update at some point. Hello, friends. Let's get into the non-shade. So, I haven't come on here. I haven't come on here in, like, a week and a half. It's almost the end of December. I still want to post this Merry Bright Readathon because I filmed a lot of thoughts for it. So anyway, the reason I haven't been on is because honestly, it took me forever to finish One Night in December because I didn't like, or One Day in December, because I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. You can hear my son down below. I didn't like the fact that there was cheating in it. I didn't like the fact that the main character was just so selfish and didn't care about anybody but herself and was just mean. Like, I didn't care for the dude protagonist either. Like, they were all just, like, awful. And so I did not like this book. And I finished it, gave it 2 stars. It was not ideal. But then I read so many other great winter reads that I want to tell you about, even though I didn't read them for Merry and Bright, because I think you should know about them. And there was husband in the background looking very sharp, but he disappeared. Oh, you can see a glimpse. Okay. Anyway, so let's talk about 3 books that I think you should read that are holiday reads that are fabulous. You are being too loud, friends.
But it's better.
It's better.
Yeah.
We're talking about shoe color for a suit.
He likes them.
Okay.
Let them be the judge.
Okay. Anyway, 3 holiday books that I read that I loved. I don't have any of them except for the Santa suit, which is somewhere because the other 2 I let my mom borrow. In a Holidays by Christina Lauren. Super cute, Groundhogsy Day sort of book about a girl that, you know, oh my gosh, I can't even remember. A girl that goes to her family's cabin every year. Her whole entire family goes, and she's had a crush on one of the guys there for, like, forever. And then on the way back, they get into a car accident, and somehow it turns her into this Groundhog's Day thing where she has to repeat the holiday over and over. And if she does certain things, she gets sent back over again. And she has to do it because she had made a wish right before they crashed. Like, show her what will make her happy. And so it won't let her, it'll make her keep repeating until she finds out what will make her happy. Anyway, it was really cute. I honestly loved it. I gave it 4 stars. I read it in like a day, and it was fabulous. And then I read The Holiday Swap by Maggie Knox, which I had heard a lot of people were, like, really poo-pooing and said it kind of sucked. And I was a little worried about it. And I loved it as well. Like, it was about 2 girls. Now, I will say, it's a little out there. Two twin sisters, and they're both bakers. One is a baker for a reality TV show, and one is a baker for their family's bakery. The one that's on the reality TV show gets in an accident. A bunch of pans and stuff fall over her, and she loses her sense of taste and smell. Yeah, go figure with that. She loses her sense of taste and smell, and she has to ask her sister to trade places with her, or else she's going to lose, like, this new position for a new TV show. And so they switch places and then fall in love with romantic interests that they wouldn't have been able to have had they been the other twin. It's a little out there, but I still loved it nonetheless. It was great, and I'm just so happy that I read it. And I also gave that 4 stars. And then the last one I just read today in like 2 hours was The Santa Suit by Mary Kay Andrews, and I loved that as well. That was also another 4-star read, and it was just about this girl, Ivy Perkins, that like buys a really old and dingy farmhouse that used to belong to like this older couple in like this middle of nowhere town, and she has to like fix it up and then also like find the spirit of Christmas, and then she finds this letter in this old Santa suit in the house that belonged to some little girl that said, "Dear Santa, bring my dad home from the war." And so she goes on a quest to like find out if the girl's dad made it home from the war, and in the mix of all that, like, finds romance and all this other stuff. It was really cute. I loved it. Yeah, I had like a bunch of really cute winter reads, so I'm really glad that I read all of them. But I wish I had read them for this, because I would have had a much better time than the books that we had. Because let's see, we had My Heart is a Chainsaw, and I hated that. One Day in December, and I hated that. And then, what was the other book we read? Fam? Oh, A Court of Thorns and Roses. Loved that. So, one good thing came out of this vlog. The rest was a dumpster fire. So, we're going to end this vlog on a kind of high note. Hair in a mess, like always. And I hope you liked this vlog. Hopefully there'll be better ones than this. I'm excited to do another readathon in the beginning of January. Winter Ween, hosted by Gabby Reads and Olivia Reads a Latte. And I can hear my son crying, so that is my cue. He's a little upset because Dad won't let him go outside while he's walking the dog. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully it's better and less chaotic than this one. Okay, bye!